Hmm. Oop. Wrong time. Wrong time. Wrong time. Wrong time. Sorry about that, folks. Okay. But let me be the first to say hello and welcome and good evening, everybody. It is I, everybody's favorite figure collecting Lobo, and of course, we are back once again with another riveting, exciting, awesome episode of Figure Friday. And of course, for those of you guys who don't know what that is, it is that special time of the week where we spend some quality time together and where we basically nerd out about all things figure, Funko, merchandise, memorabilia related of all kinds, shapes, colors, and sizes. And you best believe anything of that sort you're going to find right here on this channel. And of course, it's coming at you live not only from TikTok, but also from the world of YouTube as well. And of course, I do hope you guys are having a wonderfully awesome Friday evening. But before we get into the nitty gritty of the evening, I need you guys to do me a favor and go grab yourself something to drink, something to eat, a snack if you want to, or if you just want to chill for a little bit, that's fine too. I want to give everybody ample time to, come in at their own time, at their own pace, do what they got to do. Heck, it's no problem. Just go do what you got to do, and I will be right here. I will be right here. Goodness gracious. Oh yeah, and I do hope that you guys also, like, if you're dealing with this cold weather, man, I hope you guys are keeping warm out there because it the cold weather is definitely here. So I need you guys to do me a favor. Make sure that you're bundling up, wearing enough layers of clothing, warm drinks. Also even then thinking warm thoughts, and at the same time trying to keep yourself dry as much as possible. Because again, it really does play a big role. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Oh yeah, and of course, don't worry about me. I had my food not too long ago. It was some delicious pozole, and oh my god, I missed pozole. But that's one of the probably the best things for the cold season, in my opinion, is definitely pozole. And of course, we're chilling tonight with a new drink. It's a Mountain Dew, but it's the Mountain Dew Baja Blast, but the Cabo Citrus. I mean, it's new to me. I never tasted it. I understand it's been out for a while, but I mean, this is my first time trying it, so I mean, I like it. It's really good. Oh goodness gracious! Oh goodness gracious! Lovely. Put that right there. There. Okay. Oh. Make sure you guys are hydrating too. That's all I'm saying. I can't stress that enough. Oh yeah, that felt good. Oh, yeah, boy. Oh. Thank you so much for liking the live, Ms. Lay AI. I see you. I see you. Hope you're having a wonderfully awesome evening, by the way. Work was definitely one of those days today. But luckily, I stayed indoors mostly, so I was out of the cold, which is a very good thing. Very good thing. Oh, lovely. Lovely minds. Okay, so since we have hit that 3-minute marker, we are going to go ahead and get started. I want to be the first to say hello and welcome back for those who are just joining us. Or if you're going to be watching this as a highlight after the show is over, welcome as well from YouTube. So tonight's episode, we will actually be revisiting a universe that's kind of been on the back burner for a while, and that universe is known as the DC world. And again, that's my fault because I mean I've been a little bit preoccupied, but again, I'm happy because I found a pair of entities from the more dark and twisted metal side of the DC universe. So I invite you guys to please sit back, relax, kick your feet up, take a deep breath. Yes. And just chill and mellow out with your boy because, as you know, it's just you, me, and the merchandise of tonight. So why don't we go ahead and get started? And now, first up, we are actually going to be stepping into the seedy streets of Gotham City, but we're more specifically into the sidekick scene to introduce a bat who actually never really learned to fly. Now, the only reason I say that is because he actually became something worse, something much, much worse. So please, ladies and gents, give our first big Wolfpack welcome to Mr. Bruce Wayne, aka the Robin King. Yeah, this is Bruce Wayne. It's a variant version of Bruce Wayne. Well, yes, it's the Birdman of the King and the King of Pain who has graced us with his presence this evening. And I mean, I hope he forgives me for not wanting to take a knee or bow down to him, because that's just not who I am. Honestly. There's only one king, and he is up above. That's all I'm gonna say. Wow. Now, this one comes to us from the DC Dark multiverse, and of course, most of you guys know one of the more famous faces from that universe is the Batman who laughs. And again, one of the most dangerous entities. But don't get me wrong. Usually, any variant or being that comes out of that universe, you do not want to mess with them. You do not want to tangle with them. And I'm saying that because I know. Honestly, I know that for a fact. Because I did research on them, and honestly. Yo, what's up, Mr. Super? How are you, good sir? How are you, man? I appreciate you for joining us this evening. Okay. Thankfully, even though I didn't take a knee to him, he has allowed me to tell his story. So, on a very unspecified version of Earth, in the dark reaches of the dark multiverse, there was a version of Bruce Wayne who was actually born evil. And when I say evil, I mean he liked to do some pretty twisted things. I'm not gonna lie, like tortured animals. He crafted weapons. He even assaulted and killed others simply for the fun of it. I mean, he really was that cracked. And I mean, one night, however, his parents, Thomas and Martha Wayne, they took him to the movies, just as usual. And I mean, it might seem like a very familiar plot. And of course, again, they are mugged by Joe Chill. However, in this particular twist, Joe Chill doesn't take the life of Thomas and Martha Wayne, but instead, a psychopathic Bruce actually ended up producing a hidden blade and ultimately took it upon himself to right across the throat of the criminal. And honestly, the most bizarre part about that plot twist is the fact that Bruce himself, he was the one who ended up killing his parents. Yeah, I kid you not. Bruce Wayne was the one who gunned down his own parents. I know it's twisted. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not gonna. It does get a little worse from there. But Bruce, he actually later he covers the act and framed Joe for killing Thomas and Martha Wayne when the police ended up arriving on the scene. Now, even with this, deception, however, the butler Alfred, he managed to find the truth, and even suspecting that Bruce has something to do with the death of his parents. And secretly, under the table, he actually slipped Officer Jim Gordon electronic evidence of the crime committed by Bruce and his dark misdeeds on the following day. Oh, goodness gracious. And when Gordon actually went to confront Bruce, he savagely ended his life as well, and subsequently, he ended up going toe-to-toe with Alfred. And unfortunately, Alfred did fall. And in the time past, he ended up donning a new Robin costume, and Bruce also had to dispose of Alfred's body, which he did before proclaiming himself as the Robin King. And I kid you not. I mean, this is definitely one of the more darker entities of Bruce Wayne. I know I said that before, but I mean, I just want to reiterate. This version, I'm not going to lie, probably worse than the Joker, honestly. In some way, shape, or form. This guy, you don't want to mess with him. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, good. I mean, and he didn't come with a stand, which is good because he stands up perfectly on his own 2 feet. Now, I did find out a couple of interesting fun facts. For example, unlike other versions of Bruce Wayne from the Dark Multiverse, yes, there are others, the Robin King is actually evil by nature, as opposed to losing his moral code through outside circumstances, And probably the most interesting fact is that the Robin King, it actually represents Bruce's fear that he was always broken, deep within his psyche, and that the death of his parents was ultimately just an excuse, if you will, to unleash that darkness that was lurking well within his soul, that actually made him so violent. You know what I mean? Ugh, yeah, very, very dangerous, very violent. But at the same time, I do like this version of him. You know, that's just me. That's just me talking. Okay, okay. I know, really. And like I said, Super, I did a little bit more digging into his story. Wow. Wow. That's all I'm going to say. If you get the chance, if you are looking for another, like, kind of twisted but interesting backstory, I invite you to look up Robin King, DC, and look at his history, his early life. Whew. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay. Oh, yes. I mean, but then again, it is very twisted. But when you're coming out of like when you're an entity or a being that comes out of the dark multiverse of the DC, oy, I mean, you're two things are usually going to happen. You're going to have a nasty upbringing and probably a very dark and dangerous future. So again, but besides all that, I mean, again, he's a very powerful entity, and I know I've said that way too many times. I can't help it though. I love just referring to these characters just like that. So, um, so if anything, we'll start saying being or something like that. So okay. But before we continue, I just want to give a shout out to you guys for joining me this evening. I cannot stress that enough. I appreciate y'all so much. Okay. Where were we? I lost my train of thought. Oh yes. Okay. So um, next up. Okay. So since we've covered him, next up we're going to go a little deeper into this journey into darkness to introduce another deadly being who actually ended up donning the cape and cowl. The only thing is that he actually took it from the real Dark Knight by excessive and extreme force. So please, ladies and gents, give another big Wolfpack welcome to Mr. Jean-Paul Valley, aka Saint Batman. But yes, folks, when I say Batman, I'm not talking about the original Batman. Oh no, this one is a fire sword wielding Knight of the Dark multiverse. And thankfully, he has joined us alongside the King. Ooh, wow. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, yeah, I love Batman, but this variant is definitely interesting. Like, holy crap. Look at this. Of course, he comes with the flaming sword and everything, and of course, why would you tell me to shush? I will not be silent. But good try, though. Yes, indeed. Very much wow. Very much wow. And of course, there's a very good reason for this whole outfit, which I'll explain to you guys. So, now, Sean Paul Valley's history, believe it or not, thank you so much for the heart me, even though you told me to be silent, is actually supposedly similar to his New Earth counterpart up until a faithful encounter in the Batcave. Oh, thank you so much for the Go Popular Brain. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Where ultimately Bruce was actually able to outsmart John Paul in the normal universe, and eventually he reclaims the Batman costume. However, when we twist it over to the dark multiverse, Jean Paul actually ended up overpowering Bruce and delivered a devastating blow to his spine. And thus, in that moment, he crippled him and vowed that he would actually prove he made the right decision in taking over as the Batman. But in the years that followed, Jean Paul actually was probably one of the most terrifying Batman because he ended up ravaging Gotham City to the ground by setting it on fire, and and ultimately is forcing it to be rebuilt under his guidance. But the thing that kind of makes it, a little bit more interesting is that they were actually cut off from the mainland as the outside world ended up collapsing. And he also captured Bruce. And you know what? It's going to get a little bit twisted, a little morbid here, because in this story that I read, he actually removes all of the other Batman's limbs. I'm talking about his arms, his legs, leaving him only to be nothing more than a torso and a head. Ugh, honest, that's all I'm gonna say. And at some point, he actually stopped using the name Azazel. And upon donning a brand new costume, he took up the name and mantle as Saint Batman. And I believe that over the course of about 30 years, if I remember right, over the course of about 30 whole years, Gotham ended up being his playground of torment and dangerous activities, honestly. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that is insane. But again, he's a character from the multiverse of the dark. So, I mean, again, you're definitely going to hear about some nasty, morbid facts about that character. Okay. But unfortunately, I mean, reading upon through his story, I couldn't really find, hardly any fun facts about him. So that's best guess. I think that's actually, where we cut off his story, because I shudder to think what we could actually learn about his character. I mean, based off what he did, I don't think so. Whew. Okay. So, but anyways, folks, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. I will be shooting over to my Twitch to do some gameplay. Not really sure what yet. Since I did finish Dispatch, I don't know, maybe we could play Marvel Rivals, because as you know, Deadpool did just drop into the game, so we might explore him just a little bit. But of course, with that being said, folks, I look forward to seeing you guys next week for another riveting episode. And of course, as always, feel free to hit the subscribe button when it does appear here. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that share button. And of course, feel free to sample either one of these fine videos when they do appear as well. And of course, I look forward to seeing you guys next week. So until next time, stay safe, stay awesome, stay weird, stay yourselves, stay warm, be zen, be kind to animals, and of course, as always, be kind to yourself. And of course, I appreciate you guys, and peace.